And some of these drills are so brutal that players throw up, collapse, or even question if they want to keep playing the sport at all. The most famous conditioning drill is suicides. Every basketball player knows that name, and almost every player hates it. The drill sounds simple at first. Sprint to the free throw line and back, then half court and back, then the opposite free throw line and back, finally full court and back. But coaches never stop at one set. Players repeat it again and again until their legs feel numb. The worst part is the stopping and turning. Your body never gets comfortable. Your lungs burn while your legs slowly stop responding. Many coaches add punishment too. Miss the required time? Everybody runs again. Suddenly, teammates start yelling at each other because one slow player can punish the entire team. Then there's the legendary 17s drill. This one is pure torture. Players run from sideline to sideline 17 times in under 1 minute. Sounds possible when you hear it. Then you try it. Most athletes explode out fast during the first few runs. By the middle, breathing becomes violent. By the end, players are stumbling across the court trying not to collapse. Bigger players suffer even more because carrying extra weight while sprinting repeatedly destroys stamina. Coaches love 17s because it exposes conditioning immediately. There's nowhere to hide. If you're out of shape, everybody sees it. Another painful drill is the mile drill. This drill forces players to sprint up and down the basketball court repeatedly until they complete a full mile within a strict time limit. The problem is basketball sprinting is different from normal running. Players constantly stop, pivot, and accelerate again. That destroys the legs much faster than jogging. Many players describe the final minutes of the drill as feeling like their legs are filled with concrete. Yet coaches still love it because basketball games demand non-stop movement. In modern basketball, players sprint constantly for fast breaks, defensive recoveries, and transitions. Coaches believe if players survive the mile drill, they can survive tough fourth quarters. Defensive slide drills are another nightmare. Casual fans underestimate how exhausting defense really is. Offense allows players to move naturally. Defense forces players to stay low with bent knees while sliding side to side. After 30 seconds, thighs start burning badly. After a few minutes, even strong athletes struggle to stand up straight. Coaches make it worse by mixing slides with sprints and back pedals. Slide left, sprint forward, back pedal, slide again, repeat non-stop. Players often finish completely drenched in sweat while their legs shake uncontrollably. Closeout drills are brutal because they combine conditioning with reaction speed. Players sprint toward a shooter, slam on the brakes, raise their hands to contest the shot, then recover quickly to another spot. Coaches repeat this again and again at high speed. The constant stopping destroys the knees and ankles while the lungs fight for oxygen. And if the player gets lazy for even 1 second, coaches immediately notice it. That pressure makes the drill mentally exhausting too. Another cruel conditioning method is medicine ball sprints. Coaches hand players heavy medicine balls and force them to sprint full court while carrying the weight. It sounds simple until the shoulders and lungs start screaming. The extra weight slows every movement and makes the body tire much faster. Some coaches combine medicine ball carries with suicides or defensive slides, creating complete chaos for exhausted players. Jump squat circuits are painful in a different way. These drills target explosive power while destroying the legs at the same time. Players perform non-stop squat jumps, lunges, wall sits, and box jumps before immediately transitioning into sprints. The legs become so fatigued that even simple running starts feeling impossible. Yet basketball requires constant jumping for rebounds, blocks, and finishes at the rim, so coaches continue using these brutal exercises. Then there are hill sprints and sand workouts. Some trainers believe hardwood courts aren't enough suffering, so they force players to run on steep hills or soft sand. Sand is especially brutal because every step absorbs energy. It feels like trying to sprint through mud. Hill sprints attack the lungs and legs at the same time. By the end, many players can barely breathe, but trainers swear these workouts build elite stamina and explosive strength. Ladder drills might not look terrifying, but they become brutal when coaches remove rest completely. Players rapidly move their feet through agility ladders while mixing in jumps, shuffles, and sprints. The goal is speed and coordination under fatigue. Once exhaustion arrives, players start making mistakes. That's exactly why coaches love it. Basketball games are chaotic, and players still need precise footwork even while tired. One of the worst parts about conditioning drills is that coaches often place them at the end of practice. Players already exhausted from shooting drills, scrimmages, and defensive work suddenly hear the coach yell, "Line up!" Immediately, everybody knows suffering is about to begin. Miss free throws? Run. Turn the ball over? Run. Jog during defense? Run. Conditioning becomes punishment, and over time, players begin associating mistakes with pain. Old school basketball conditioning was even harsher. Some coaches believed water breaks made athletes weak. Practices became survival tests. Players sprinted repeatedly in hot gyms while barely hydrating. Stories from older players sound insane today. Some coaches pushed athletes until they vomited regularly. Others believed exhaustion built mental toughness. Modern sports science has changed some of that thinking, but the culture of painful conditioning still exists, and there's a reason for it. Basketball never really stops. Football players rest between plays. Baseball players spend time standing around. Basketball players constantly move, sprinting, jumping, sliding, changing direction. 1 second you attack the rim. The next second you sprint back on defense. That nonstop movement destroys stamina. Coaches know tired players make mistakes. They miss shots, they stop defending, they mentally quit. Conditioning drills are designed to prepare players for those moments. But conditioning isn't only physical, it's psychological too. Coaches want players to stay calm while exhausted. Anybody can focus when fresh. The real test comes when the body wants to stop. That's why legendary players often embraced conditioning instead of avoiding it. Entity, athlete, Kobe Bryant. American Kobe Bryant are players refuse to copy. Entity, athlete, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan says because he knew fatigue exposes weakness. Today, sports science has made conditioning smarter. Teams now track heart rate, recovery, hydration, and sleep. Coaches understand that overtraining can destroy players physically, but the pain never disappeared completely. Basketball conditioning is still one of the toughest parts of the sport. Every year, young players enter training camp thinking they're prepared. Then the drills begin. Suicides, 17s, slides, sprints, again and again until the gym feels like torture. And maybe that's why basketball conditioning has such a terrifying reputation. These drills aren't designed to entertain. They're designed to push players to the edge. Because when the fourth quarter arrives, legs are tired, lungs are burning, and pressure is everywhere. The better conditioned player usually survives. And sometimes, survival is the difference between losing and becoming great.